Welcome to the second chapter of the book of First Chronicles. More names. These names are going to be a little more familiar than we had in the first chapter. It has to do with the sons of Israel. These are the sons of Israel, it says. Reuven, Simeon, Levi, Yehuda, Issachar, Zavulon, Dan, Yosef, who had two sons, Benjamin and Manasseh, who were tied into these names, many genealogies. When they were in there, it would say Joseph and Manasseh, but then it would take out somebody else, and it gets kind of confusing because of the two half tribes. Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asir, sons of Judah. Now, Judah's up here, so he was one of the sons where the line of David and Jesus goes through. His sons were and Avnan and Silo. These three were born to him from out of the daughter of Shua, the Canaanitess. He didn't apparently marry a Jew, but married outside of the tribe, which was a real no-no, forbidden by God and the law, and yet he did, and his children were half Jewish. And the firstborn of Judah, was wicked before the Lord, and God, killed him. And Onan came in to provide an heir for the family, and he wouldn't fulfill his obligation by spilling his seed on the ground. And Silo was too young, so Judah was not going to give anyone to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, the wife of, I think it was and his daughter. But so in Genesis, it talks about how he went out, and Tamar found out that he was going on a certain road. She dressed up as a prostitute. He went into her and disguised herself, and she became pregnant. When he found out, he was going to have her put to death. And then when she showed the tokens that Judah had given to her, because he didn't have money, he gave her, I forgot what, a bracelet and certain things. She said, "This is the man by whom I had the child." And he didn't kill her, and she bore Pharez right here. And Zerah, 2. All these sons of Judah, 5. The sons of Pharez, Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah, Zamri and Ethan and Iman and Halkal and Tharadeh, all these 5. And the sons of Carmi, Achar, the disturber of Israel, who broke contract in the offering of consumption. And this was in the book of Judges, where Joshua was going to take Ai, and they were defeated because of this Achan taking things where he wasn't supposed to and hiding them in his tent. God pointed him out in a sort of a lineup, and they put him to death. And so there was one of the sons of Carmi. And sons of Ethan, Azarias, and the sons of Ezron, the ones who were born to him, Iramael and Aram and Halovi. And Aram procreated Aminadab, and Aminadab procreated Nason, ruler, Archon. An archon is a ruler of a house. Iku, economy, comes from that word. A ruler of the house of Judah. And Nason procreated Salmon, Salmon, and Salmon procreated Vooz, and Vooz procreated Ovid, and Ovid procreated Jesse, and Jesse procreated the firstborn, his firstborn. Now, Jesse was the father of David here, and so all these are brothers of David. Eliav, and Aminadab, the second, and Shema, the third, Sama'a, Nathanael, the fourth, Redai, the fifth, Asam, the sixth, and David, the seventh. And their sister, Zeruiah, and Abigail. And the sons of Zeruiah were Abishai, and Joab, and Asahel. These three men became the generals to David and Saul. This Amasa, I think, I'm trying to remember now. I should have written it down. He was another general, but I'm not exactly sure if he was, if that was the younger brother. Well, the father of Amasa was Jether, the Ishmaelite. And Haleb, the son of Hezron, took Azuvah. Now, I'm thinking this is the same Caleb that would be in the ones that went into the spy out the land with Joshua. And he took a wife, and as Azubah and Jerioth. And these are the sons, her sons, Easar and Suvav and Ardon. And Azuvah died, and Haleb took to himself Ephrath, and she bore to him Or. And Or procreated Uri, and Uri procreated Basalael. And after this, Ezram entered to the daughter of Machir, father of Galaad, of Gilead, and these become places also, Hezron, Gilead. And he took her, and he was 60 years old. And she bore to him Seguv, and Seguv procreated Air. And there were to him 23 cities in the land of Galaad, which was on the eastern side of the Jordan. And he took Gesur and Aram, the towns of Air, from them, with Kenath and her towns, 60 cities. All these belong to the sons of Machir, father Patros of Gilead. Paternal comes from that. And after the dying of Hezron, Haleb came into Ephrathah, and I think that has to do with Bethlehem. And the wife of Hezron was Aviah. And she bore to him Asur, Patera of Thekoe. And these were the sons of Iramael, firstborn Ezron, firstborn Ram, and Vunah, and Aaron, and Asom, and Achian. And there was another wife, Gini, to Iramael, and her name was Atara. She is the mother of Unomah. And the sons of Ram, the firstborn of Iramael, were Mas and Iamin and Ikar. And the sons of Unomah were Semai and Eadah, and the sons of Semai, Nadav, and Avisur. And the name to the wife of Avisur, Aviel. And she bore to him Avan and Molid. And the sons of Nadav, Seled and Ophim. And Seled died, not having children. And the sons of Ophim, Iasui, and sons of Iasui, Sisan, and the sons of Sisan, Ulai, and the sons of Iadah, the brother Adelpho of Semai, Ether, and Eonathan, and Ether died not having children. And the sons of Eonathan, Phalat, and Zazah. These were sons of Iramael. There were not sons to Sisan, but only daughters, Thigateras. And to Sisah there was an Egyptian servant, and the Onoma named to him Earae. And Sisan gave his daughter to Earae, his servant, for Gineka, wife. And she bore to him Ethi, and Ethi procreated Nathan, and Nathan procreated Zavad, and Zavad procreated Aphael, and Aphael procreated Ovid, and Ovid procreated Eu, and Eu procreated Azarian, and Azarias procreated Alas. Now, the reason the different spelling here is because this was in the object, and this is the subject. Azarias procreated, but Jehu procreated Azarian. So some names are declined, and Jesus, Isus is one of these names, such. And Alas procreated Eleasah, and Eleasah procreated Sasamai, and Sasamai. Now, when you have the, that should be Sasami. I thought that was a diphthong, diaresis, which has a double dot, but it's a single dot. So it's only, if it was a double dot, it would be Sasamai. You pronounce both the epsilon and the iota, but here it's one dot, so it's Sasami. He procreated Salum, and Salum procreated Eakamian. And see, now here's another one. He procreated, that ends up with a ni, and there it starts with a Eakamias, procreated Elisama. And the sons of Haleb, brother of Iramael, Musa, his firstborn, he his father Patir, Ziph, and the sons of Marisah, the father of Hebron. And the sons of Hebron, Korah, and Thaphuah, and Rokim, and Sama. Sama procreated Raam, father of Erakam, and Rokim procreated Samai. Now there's the diaresis, a double dot. So Samai. And the sons of Samai, Maon and Maon, father of Beth Sur, and Gepha, the concubine of Haleb, bore Oron, and Musi, and Gaziz, and Oron procreated Gazaz. And the sons of Iathi, I don't know who this Iathi came from. That's my phone telling me it's time to exercise. I forgot to put it in the other room. Sorry. And the sons of Iathi, Rigma, and Eotham, and Gison, and Phale, and Gepha, and Saph, and Maacah, the concubine of Caleb, bore Savav, and Thoranah. And she bore Saaph, father of Medminah, and Sui, father of Makvanah, and father of Gavaah, and the daughter Thigatir, Haleb, Ozah. These were the sons of Halev, sons Ur, firstborn Ephrathah, Soval, father of Kiriatharim, Samaah, father Vithlaim, Arif, father of Vith-Gedur, and these are places. And these were the sons to Sovah, father of Kiriatharim, Arah, and Asi, and Amanith, and Umaspha'eh, the city of Iair, Aithalim, and Mephithim, and Esavmathim, and Imasaraim. From out of these came forth the Zarathi, and the Eshtaoli, and the sons of Salmah, Vithlaim, and Netophathites, Ataroth of the house of Joab, and half of the, now this Joab was probably the general of David, and half, Emisi, we have Hemi comes from that, a Hemi, Emisi, of the Manathi, the Sarai, and the Patriae of the families of the scribes dwelling in Iavis, Tharathin, Samathin, Sukkathim. These are the Kenites, Kenath-A, coming from out of Imath, father of the house of Rechab. And we went through that in a couple of chapters back, where the Rechabites were called, well, that actually was in Jeremiah, I believe, and they were called, Jeremiah put wine in front of them, told them to drink, and they said, no, we have not, our father Rechab told us not to drink wine, nor to live in cities, but to live in tents, and be basically nomadic type people. And so this is the beginning of them, who is mentioning here. Well, I hope you got all those names right. Now we go into the genealogy of David in the next chapter, chapter 3. And I hope you all continue with the names. Until then, God bless.